Hey babes, it is Thursday and I am just completely stuck in a rut. I honestly feel like since we've moved to Germany, I just have been in a constant rut and I can't get out of it. So I figured I would take y'all along on a day where I'm gonna just force myself to do things that will hopefully make me feel better. And I hope y'all don't mind me just yapping and talking. This kind of feels like therapy to me, to just get things off my chest and talk about things, even if technically I'm only talking to a camera right now. But it has just been really hard living here in Germany because I am an American living here and we're only going to be living here temporarily, but we still have about 1.5-2 years here, so it's gonna be a while until we go home. I really though don't have anything planned for today or the rest of this weekend, but yeah, it's been kind of hard just being in Germany and being away from friends and family because I'm not a super social person and I tend to be a little bit more reserved. And so having to move to a completely different country and trying to make friends has not been an easy task. It's not that I'm not friendly or I don't like going out and stuff. Like, I do enjoy those things. It's just harder for me to put myself out there because that's not naturally the type of person I am. I'm not an extrovert. I am way more an introvert. So I'm gonna stop yapping. If you do have any questions for me or anything, definitely let me know in the comments, but let's try to get out of this rut together, guys. And I'll try to leave some tips as well that help me at least feel better, and maybe it'll help you too if you're feeling like you're in a rut. But let's do this thing. Let's do this, because the more I just sit here and yap inside, that's not gonna help anything. So let's do it. First thing I did was make my bed because that always makes me feel a million times better to have a made bed. I recently got these sheets off of Amazon and I am just obsessed with them right now. Better. I just spent like the last hour just sitting outside, journaling, reading, and then unexpectedly one of my family members called me and we talked on the phone for like 40 minutes and that made me feel a million times better. So that's definitely one of my tips as well, to just get out of a rut, especially if you live nowhere near your friends and family. But now I'm gonna continue taking advantage of this amazing weather because sunny days like these are few and far between now that it's fall coming into winter soon, where pretty much every day is rainy and gloomy and cloudy. So I think instead of going to the gym today, I'm gonna actually do an outside workout just to soak in as much of the sun as I can. And hopefully that'll make me feel better as well. What I would really love is an acai bowl. That was my favorite thing back home, but it's really hard to find those here, at least nowhere near me, because I live in a really small farm village. So there's not exactly like smoothie places and acai places just everywhere, you know? I would like one of those, but we're gonna have to pass on that one. And let's go work out outside.
I already feel 1,010,000 times better just being outside the last few hours and then getting some movement with my body. I did like a 40-minute workout and I feel so much better. I spend so much of my time inside, like in the dark on the computer, that just getting some sunshine and getting off my phone and just moving my body, like it is true that going outside, moving your body is so beneficial for your mental health and just getting out of a rut. So that is definitely another one of my tips. But now we are going to go do an everything shower. Well, almost an everything shower. I washed my hair last night, so I'm not gonna wash my hair. But I feel like if I just take a really good exfoliating shower and shave and stuff, I'm gonna feel a lot better, and hopefully it'll help me get out of my rut a little bit more. That shower felt amazing. Also, if you're like me and you get ingrown hairs after you shave, I have been loving these ingrown hair pads by First Aid Beauty. But to continue just trying to get out of this rut, I'm gonna do even more skincare. So I've been meaning to do this, but Josh and I got this face mask when we were on our honeymoon in Greece, and it's supposed to help reset your skin and help with acne and everything, because when we were in Greece, for some reason, my skin just went absolutely crazy. So I haven't done this in like a couple months, and I have some acne right now and I really just want to reset it. I also want to try these, but I know Josh wants to do it with me and I think he would be upset if I did that without him. So there's apparently charcoal in this and you're supposed to break it to make it like gray. So it starts off green and then ends gray. See, like that. I'm not a dermatologist. See, I have like this pimple under my lip and I never get pimples right there. I don't know what is going on. And then I'm gonna let this sit for like 15 minutes and wash it off and do the rest of my skincare. Okay, I just set my timer for 15 minutes. So now we wait. While this is doing its thing though, I am gonna do some lotion, some body lotion, and moisturize my body. I really like to go in with this Naturium body serum and then this Naturium biolipid lotion. And then before I go to bed, but I'm not gonna do it now because I will be honest, it'll have you feeling a little bit greasy, but that's because it's moisturizing you. But before I go to bed, I will use this Naturium body butter, and it is phenomenal. Also, just to romanticize things a little bit, because that's another thing that really helps me get out of a rut, is to do little things that like romanticize my life, whether that's drinking my coffee in a cute little coffee cup, or putting a ribbon in my hair, or putting on some perfume or a dress or something, like just little things like that to romanticize the little things in my life. We are going to put on some perfume. I have been loving this roll-on. It smells so fresh and so clean. I think it's Tina Farina. I don't know. It's a new perfume that I started using, and I love a roll-on because then I don't sneeze. The 15 minutes have passed, so we're finally taking this stuff off. Now to use my skincare products that I normally use. So I have this Bioma Milky Toner because my skin is starting to get really dry, especially as it's getting colder out. So I have been trying to use more of a milky toner. I don't use this every day, but I'm gonna go in with this retinaldehyde from Naturium just because we're being extra with our skincare today. My face already feels 1,000,000 times smoother after doing that facial. I just wish this would go away. I'm just about out of this, but this is my Naturium night cream. Just about out. This is very bouncy. As you can see how it just like bounced off my face. But at nighttime, I love a thick moisturizer, especially in the wintertime. But if I'm not going to bed looking like a glazed donut, I'm not doing it right. Now, another thing that's been a lifesaver for my skin since it's been extra dry recently is this Sickle Fate cream right here. I put this on after I put on everything else, and I do like a thick layer on my face before I go to sleep. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I am gonna put this on before I go to bed, and it's really been helping. Doing all of those things, I already feel like I'm getting out of my rut. And now I'm gonna wait until Josh gets home and just spend some quality time with him. So I'm gonna get off my phone and get off my camera and spend some time with Josh.